That is my password. I hope. Alright. Okay, so I've done a few bosses. Wazid. Nimrod. Malrog. Let's go, maybe not there. Where's the Neathans? Is there a Neathans here? Crypt of the Saccade. Maybe. Alright, let's go check out Siren. And make you a pretty nice new suit. Hello. Dark steel will do. Actually. Alright. Bone Man. There we go. So light steel armor.
Yes.
Light steel helm.
So you.
Alright, we'll do that. That's yellow, bit of green, and dark steel, light steel.
Bring us back a morsel next time,
Maybe I can do that. Alright. Alright, so that's Siren. What have we got? So that's Siren. I guess I could use Tempest, but I mean, I guess it's been a while. Yo, it has been a while. Holy. Alright, what do we got? Oh, Tempest, what's your build like? Gravitate, Lightning Strike, that's all gravy. I need another point, but I can't use that, so that's fine. Let's step away from this one. Yo, that instantly gives me like a huge boost in stats. Ah, that's why it's got stability. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look at Lady D's armor. Okay. The stats for this armor are really not all that great. So I'll put Wizard's Wish on. Yeah, Wizard's Wish is good. I'm gonna drop Courage to 10. Grace can be that, but Spirit. So I've got a boost in Courage, nothing in Grace. Spirit, I've got +1. Yo, that really drops my armor down. That's a shame. I guess we could go. I could use Rook. It's been a while. What's the build on this? So we've got Everflame, attack speed, stagger on primary. If I just do double that, and then I can do the kick mechanic, I would assume. Smite reduces enemy armor by 30. Smite. 310 stagger, 14 meters around the target. Okay, let's try that. And then +33 kick stagger. But then I could put like a duck on there for magic armor. And I haven't boosted any of these, so let's do that. And that should be 15 magic armor. Okay, so we've got super attack speed, magic armor, smite on stagger. That's cool. Alright. And then that's boosted that to 68. Alright. Lady Diora. Let's go. With the Ode Tempest. Why not? It's been a while.
I know. More wasted coal.
So, Papa Peppo, you were done in 7 hours. Okay. I think Orengall's Fang is something that we need to focus on. So we'll go do that. Which would probably be right here. That is the complete opposite way of where I want to go. Okay. Alright, let's see how the halberd works. Okay, you really don't like blunt damage. Ooh, okay. And you're already dead. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Yo, does that activate the room? No way. Right, attack speed on halberds definitely works really well. Gimme. Right, somehow that's activating the room, but it's not showing up. Savagery, but the stability is really good. Okay. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Rune's active. Awesome. And there's a 3-star right here. Where's the ghosty man? Hello. Alright, so we'll go here. Yes, we shall burn them. Ooh, you're a super rare otter, so you're maximum grey for shit. I'm not very good with these harmony things, so 4, 5, 3, 4. Whatever. There we go. At least we get the gold one. So you're for a sword, the maker. Okie dokie. We gotta get that paperwork. Of course you're not a rare bunny. Okay. Alright, little stalwart bunny. I'll see you again. Paperwork. You would have it. Alright. Oh, Tempest. How do you operate now? Okay. Alright, so that does do a lot more damage if you let the lightning hit you. Great. Corrupt enemies. We shall do that. So Rook seems quite good. And we're going to go the Glades. Perfect. Hopefully we get the Orengall Fragment that I need. At least 2 of them. So this stagger seems pretty good on this particular set. Or stability, rather. Womp womp. Samey. What's going on? How are you? I am testing out a polearm finally. With the attack speed totems. It's pretty good. Stability doesn't seem too bad on them either. Smacks the crap out of enemies, that's for sure. And I'm just doing a Kitha King's Flappy Bed run. I decided to go Lady Diora today. Or Mr. Diora. And the O Tempest. It's pretty great. But how have you been? What's been happening? How did that not do any damage to her? Alright, so ability test. Uh-huh. So her backhand does a lot more damage. And you can actually push through her backhand, which is nice. That's good. Alright, crowned. Get out of here. Be free. And we're looking for the Orengall's Fragmento. And hopefully we get one. At least 2. Drax and Knotwood. Okay. I believe there's a potion over here, or several. Great. Alright, that did a bit more damage this time. Right, so that storm pushes you away. And these are high levels too, which is great. Oh, look. And I have your soul. Thank you very much. And, almost. Okay, so the flame does pretty good damage when the rune is active. That's great. Alright, Maker. Alright, where are you, enemies? I don't want to waste this rune. Oh, well, too late. Wow, you assassins really need to get more targeting. Okay, this is good. Alright, polearms are actually a lot better than I thought. Hey there. Knifey spoony time. Oof, that'd suck. Gold chests. Where are they usually? Oh, this is that puzzle. We have 1 statue. We have 2 statue. Elden Ring taught me well. Dodge roll. Alright, the range on these is pretty good. Yeah. And the kick mechanic, I'm starting to get more used to, which is great. Alright, Orengall's Fang. Give me Orengall's Fang. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. That's a shame. We need the banneret. Did you get all your rewards in Soulframe, Sammy? Where you at, bud? There you are. Like the QTCC rewards. I logged in yesterday. It was like, hey, the community did this. I was like, wow. They went all out. There's the new Zephyr skin, the new sign down a whole bunch of Tower Forge shards. It was crazy. Where is your health bar? Oh, you are healing. Okay. Stop healing through my damage. There we go. Satisfaction. Alright, so that's rook number 7, and we've got an unidentified item. Okay. What is that unidentified item? I'd like to know.
How can I do better?
Orengall's Fang, I hope. Negatory. Damn it. I don't know what it would be. But anyway. So that's cooking. They're all fine. What's the unidentified item, though? So we've got all of the masks. I still need the Orengall's Fang. I have a feeling that's a spirit boosting necklace as well. I'll take your soul. Alright, we're powered up. We're ready to roll. Okay, I should learn how to block. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Scrap iron. You can never go too wrong with that. That was a quick one. Okay, Orengall saying, please, 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 please. Okay, not lucky, unfortunate. It's around the other side. Ooh, another chest, okay. Quicksilver polished. That's nice, but I would prefer an Orengall Fang. That'd be great. We do like a quick dungeon though. Any special chest? No? Okay. Alright, well that wasn't a bad run, but I'll go down to the normal glades and see what we can find. No mask? Nuts. Okay, so the glade is not here yet. Oh no, instant heal. Yo, okay. Alright, Drax, good chest over here. Barite rusted. Okay. Not doing too shabby. Kalale. Wow. The melee hits are pretty fun. And the attack damage on these is a lot better, especially because you can increase its attack damage. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Alright. Kick mechanics are certainly going to be more part of my repertoire. Alright, let's see if we can group everyone up. Nope. Come on, this way. Follow me. Come. Yo, that was savage. Alright. Okay, shields up. And let's do the thing. I love this tether. It's so good. Even just the sidestep is really good. Yeah, that Sin Silk is really fun. Okay. Is there anyone else? No? Okay. Alright. Over the hill, and we'll go down to the glade area, I think. Why? Because we can. And I also need a lot of stuff from there. This is quite the weapon, I have to admit that. Alright, get a bit of a boost. And that's a courage amplification. Awesome. Okay, good. And hopefully we get a whole bunch of stuff that we need. I am going to eat because I'm hungry. Not the most amazing stuff in the world, but it's okay. So that damage output from that storm shield that they do is really not that strong. Okay. Noted. Hello. Okay. Alright. That's good to know. Melees can kill. With no weapon. Is there a chest out here? Nope. And no. Shame. fast before. I have not used that polearm for an extended period of time. Orengall, come on. Give me the fragment. Just one. Or two. I think this is the mockery area. Yeah, it is. Sweet. So there's two. Are you guys gonna wake up? Come on. I forget you don't like blunt damage. And there's another creep right here. Okay. Any more? No? Okay. Ah, sweet. Endless Glade. Actually, get out of here. That's what you get for trying to knifey spoony me. Settings. Where's recruit? Recruitment. Hola. Endless Glade is up for anyone keen to join. Solo this fool. Indeed, soloing is good. For the most part. Kabocha Share is glitched out, but is back up after I logged. Ooh, that's a good glitch. Is anyone wanting to do the Endless Glade? Okie dokie. Alright, we'll invite you and Syndraz. Invite sent. Actually, might do it a few times. It might be a bit funky. Would like endless. Invite. Alright, we'll see how that goes. I don't know what the connectivity will be like today. Does the game consider brass a lower level metal? Because I don't get very much, but I'm usually in level 20 zones. Brass is more rare. Other metals, glades, usually. Quite frequently. Hello. Ooh, T3 Nim. Look at that jar. Not really sure if the invite is sent. Yeah, sent invite. I'm not sure if it's sent. So I will add you. Oh, and let's go ahead. But it didn't send. Could be me. Try one more. Oh, reload. Okay. Okay. No, register. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can make that work. Cinderella's invite. Ransom soul. Okie dokie. I think that worked. Awesome. Okay. Cinderella's. No good. Send friend rep. Rec. She should work when we connect that way. Awesome. Let's have a look. That one. Invite. There we go. Syndra's invite. Hi. That should be fun. Sweet. And more to join. You need knife file. Just let me know. Awesome. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Funny, I try not to do the endless glade, and that's pretty much all I end up doing. Alright, come here. I'm trying to figure out where the Lady D armor actually comes from now. The armor is from Lady D. Got redistributed. It's vulnerable. This chat box is so strange. Alright, we'll just keep it that way. I believe the Chetheran base on Ooh, is that a chest? It sure is. Okay. Mockeries like to disappear underground. Alright, that seems to have a collision issue. I do love the Odiac. It's nice to see people using it too. Alright, what rank are we? We're 14. Alright, so I'll have to figure out which other weapon I want to level up later. Just a check. You have controller exist on. It will focus to enemies. Oh, I lie. Wait. Well then. Yeah. Using salt side also seems to compress trees around it. Cool. Okie dokie. Hey, bud. Sweet. So we're doing pretty good on the leveling stuff. So much for the joinery farm. Okay. Valkyries, where are you? Okay, okay. Damn, I love this tether. It's so good. I want to chat scale. So what's 90 look like? Alright. That's decent enough. Did that just jump like 3 levels? That's crazy. Where are you? Alright. 10 more levels. Dope. I love Elder Bloom. It's so good. Lol. My lord. Okay. That's 2 level jumps. Wow. Okay. Full squad though, so that makes a world of difference though. What is that? That's hilarious. Our weapon got stuck in the ground. That's an extra 2 levels within like maybe what, 5 minutes? That's pretty decent. Okay, what level are we at? Where are you? 35. Okay. I think we've gotten up to like level 80 something, or 90 something before, I think. Eh. Awesome sauce. 26. So that's about 3 minutes per level. Not too shabby. Aye. That was, yeah, about 2 minutes and... Alright. Hell yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah. Some packs got an adjustment to their kit. I think serum or base parts. Upgrade and finishes. I remember the one had invis, but also the Acelda butterfly. That one's the serum. Siren. That's the butterfly. Third ability. Night Moth. Oh god. Alright, I gotta be quick. I don't want to lose this glade, that's for sure. Oh no! Did we lose it? Hopefully not. Oh, did we lose it? Nuts. Okay. Nuts. I think the blade needs to be reset. Shouldn't be typing. So what levels did we get? 28. Best to go see to the planet Nightfall for living squad. Alright, I think that is me done with the glade. Pretty good run though. I wonder where Lady D's stuff come from. I'm trying to think. It should be from the glade area though. Maybe Alka's children. We'll see. Nom nom nom. Alright, let's end this glade, I think. I'm just trying to think, what other fragments do I need? So I've got Blessed by Saphine. Okay, so it's Saphine, not Cephalene. Gildor blessed by Iridis. Ferrite blessed by Mora. Babel blessed by Iridis. So there's 1, 2, 3, and there's a green one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And there's a Verite blessed by Saphine. So Gildor. Mora. Mora. So there should be a Gildor for Mora. Yeah. Okay. I got a whole bunch more to get. Oh no, you're a 2-star. What other master do I need? Where are you? El Fragmentos. Okay. So, Crone, Kabita. I think I can build that one. I wonder if I go to the Children of Alka. If you farm the glade, you should be able to get Lady Diora's outfit. Instead, because I know that the stag drops the Garen root set. Electrified deer. Okay. Alright, we'll go to Alka's Children and see if I can sneak into their faction. Ooh. Oh man, I need more of those pumpkins too. Oh well. That was close. Okay. I know I'm close. Almost. There we go. Okay. Electrified squirrels. Hell yeah. Go for it, Monty. Whoops. That looks cool. Oh wait, can I get out? Oh no, I'm stuck. Okay. Oh dear. That is not good. Can you find me down here? Oh no, there we go. Wait, there's still an invisible wall. Scheiße. Oh, there we go. And they got yeet. Oh. Is that the only person around? Oh no, it's still here. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. Come on, come down here. Come down to my widow's peak hold. Okay. Cool. That's one way to get rid of it. Ah. I've not been here for a little while. Illidan. Hola. Alright. Hopefully I can get back into the Alka's Children. Don't know if I can though. But we'll see. Hey little guys. This seems different here. Maybe upgraded lighting? Okay, so I've got 5 days and 3 hours until I can switch to you. Okay. Alright, we'll do Avocot. Thanks, bud. let's play with some settings. So, borderless aspect ratio, that's fine. DLSS, if we turn you off, I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference. But anyway, let's do custom texture, anisotropic filtering, dynamic lighting. Alright, let's turn these on. Okay. What about ambient occlusion? Screen space global illumination. I have no idea what that means. It's just too high. Okay. Okay. So that's with ambient occlusion on. Volumetric fog quality. Enables dynamic wind. Ah, maybe that's what that is. So let's turn that off. Volumetric fog quality. Okay. And then do DLSS auto. It does seem to slow the frame rate a bit. Hello. Alright. Okie dokie. Alright, so there's all like the nice lighting effect stuff on. Right, so let's go check out the left for rage. I love it. Alright, we'll go out to the world. Alright, so that does give you the lighting effect. It's much softer at least. I do want to check out the CPU usage though. So what's that? That's fine. Okay. Okay. So the sky is funky. And I think that is due to, I think, volumetric lighting. It is. So I don't know if having that on is worthwhile. What about dynamic lighting? Let's turn that off. Switch those over. Alright, so it does give weird cloud cover. So if we turn volumetric off, it's a little bit better-ish. Actually, no, it's not. So is this nighttime? Yeah, it is. Jeez, that's rough. Ambient occlusion. Let's turn that off. Okay. And then volumetric lighting on. Okay. The sky is terrible. I ain't no shadow. Okay. Right. So. Anti-aliasing. 10,000 Angry Turtles. I love that name. Thank you for the follow. How are you? I'm just doing a bit of a test on the effects in game. Have you been playing Soulframe, or are you looking to? So volumetric and that off. Yeah, that changes everything. Okay. Don't really know about that, but I'll turn them on anyway. Medium ambient occlusion and low. Alright, so that does change a lot. Okay. So movement seems a bit better. Kind of. But definitely draws on like a whole bunch of stuff. So, and that's without DLSS on. So let's do balance. Smooth. Yeah, that's a lot smoother. Interesting. So DLSS seems to be working well. Interested? Eager awaiting my code, just absorbing as much content on the internet? Yeah. Honestly, it's been really good, to be honest. I got into Preludes 8. It's now the Preludes 11. I think with a lot of the changes they have implemented, it's very good. As far as the, I guess, like, graphical kind of upgrades that they're giving it, it's a lot better than what it used to be. Movement in the game is a lot more fluid. I have to admit that. Effects, they're coming along pretty well. As far as like the mechanics of the game go, I'm pretty happy. I don't have a lot to complain about. Yes, there's bugs, but that's to be considered. Now, there is something I did want to try in here. Volumetric medium. So we'll go high on that. We'll go medium on that one. Alright. There's something a little bit off with the
Envoy, your aura is smelling rather drab today.
reset.
N'est-ce pas, Puppets? Something
So that's the base kit by itself. Okay. Okay. As far as, say, like, game pacing, going through all of the different pieces that you have to put together, essentially, in the game, it's working really well. I think they've done a really good job. This is like your hub area, the Nightfold. It's where you essentially collect all of your different ancestors. As far as, say, like, the, like, crafting system is concerned, with a lot of the materials farming, it's pretty good. If you've ever played Warframe, it's essentially elements of that, but weapons are different. This is basically like your forge area. You can craft all of your different armor pieces as long as you've got the required materials for them. There is one particular item that I am looking for, this one. It doesn't seem to be dropping as easily within the game. I think overall I'm pretty happy with it. You can buy like packed capacity, weapon capacity. They're trying out the premium currency, similar to like platinum, I guess. I've already spent all of mine. I can't be bothered not using it. I'd rather test stuff in the game and make sure that it works properly. I think RNG drops. They're variable. But overall, eventually you do get what you need. The system within, say, your stats is only based on 3 different stat attunements. Spirit's basically like your duration of your abilities. Grace is your range, and courage is strength. I do like the systems that they have in place, the synergies between all of the different packs, and what weapons you can use. Siren's essentially like a decoy, Trick of the Light. It's actually quite a good pack I think there's a few people that I've spoken to who don't really know if they chose well with the Siren Pact. It would be nice to kind of see like a testing realm to confirm, as in say you do like a tutorial where you can try all 3 packs to see which one actually suits you best. It essentially just gives you like a base statistic boost in that particular one that you choose, which is, this one is the one that I chose, a shoulder. It's a spirit user pact. It starts off with the Gwilyn stuff, but since I started within the Preludes 8 series, the Odiak gauntlets, which are lightning gauntlets, were the starter weapon. Now it's the Gwilyn stuff. But I'm very glad with the new system that's been implemented with the runes and the totems. They help boost your armor. They can do additional smite chance, which is like a critical hit, attack speeds. You can heavy cast, slow enemies. There's a whole range of different totems that you can apply, different damage types or utilities to each weapon. And these are pretty much all of the weapons that you can get in game. There are probably about 4 weapons I'm missing. The only reason being is because we're limited to the weapon slots that we have. And because I went ham spending on my premium currency, I got a bit impatient. So I don't have access to buy more weapon slots at the moment. Your combat arts is basically a skill tree, excuse me, for every single weapon type. So the more you level up the same class of weapon, the more nodes that you can build within the trees, which is quite cool. So I like the systems that they have in place. So Warframe was stellar, but I played when there was only a handful of frames. Jumping in after several years is quite overwhelming. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, I've been playing Warframe for like a decade, and seeing all the changes that Warframe's implemented, especially in like the last 24 months, it's like, is this even Warframe? Like, which is great because it is, but there's so many different new elements to it now. Like the growth of that game is insane. So I'm really hoping that Soulframe follows that pathway of growth. That's why I'm so eager for this title. It looks fresh and like there's less going on. Yeah, I mean, there's enough going on, but as far as Warframe is concerned, like when you're jumping through, you know, any sort of mission type, and you you know, you've got a higher level, it doesn't really matter really what level MR or LR you are. It's just time, really, and the equipment that you've got access to. But yeah, if you've got like Wukong framers jumping through a capture run and they finish it like 30 seconds, and then you're still jumping through trying to get to the end of the mission, it's like, oh, okay. So it is very fast paced in Warframe. Soulframe, it's a lot slower, but it suits the game. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I'm happy to share info for sure. Like, I love Soulframe. It's very cool. It's a very different game, very much its own style, I would say. You've got definite elements of squad-based play. So you can have to about 3 squad mates, but for the most part, for now, I generally will run solo. Personally, if you are jumping into Soulframe, because I think the connection between players and like locations as well is still a little bit janky, but that's to be expected though. But overall, like, it's a really good game. I love the style. I wish I had more points to spend within this particular combat tree. Unfortunately, we don't really have that many sword and boards in the game at the moment. So, but they've implemented a new system with different runes that you can apply to different weapons. So there's 3 of them at the moment. The rune within the arrows and bows is incredible. So, Carver Roscoe. I played Warframe when there was only 3 of them. Oh, wow. That's a long time ago. Are you a founder by any chance? That's pretty cool. Was it Loki? That was one of the starter frames that you had? I played Warframe around the time Ember released. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, got you. looks like a lot of fun. Honestly, Soulframe is a really good game. As far as Warframe goes, with say like your basics of like your stats, like damage, like slash, impact, and puncture, it's similar in a way with Soulframe. You've got sharp damage, you've got voltaic, which is probably one of the most powerful magical elemental damages in the game at the present. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, but I've been taking advantage of these gauntlets very much so. These gauntlets are extremely powerful. The Gwillin is an arcanic magic base damage, and then you've also got the Earthroot Staff, which is another like corrupted style weapon, and then you've also got Joineries, which increase damage. So you can see like the heading of the Feybolt polished. It's just increased plus 20 damage on consecutive attacks and throw distance as well. So I've done that on both the Gwillin Staff and the Earthroot as well. I think Excalibur. Oh, okay, so it's Excal, Volt, and Mag with a 3. Okay. Trying to get keys for the girlfriend because we both like fantasy type. Honestly, Carver, I believe if you guys have signed yourself up to soulframe.com, I would highly recommend doing so. Go and connect your Twitch account, and then I believe the dev stream is tomorrow, which is Tuesday for me. So I'm assuming it's like Sunday-ish, potentially, wherever you guys are tuning in from, like time zone-wise. I would honestly go get onto the Soulframe Discord as well. I'll see if I can pull that and just chuck that in chat for you too. It's definitely worth jumping in there and following it. Reason being is the open dev stream at the moment. There we go. The open dev stream. I'm just gonna log in and see what I can do. I hope I can remember my password. I think I can. I think I can. Yeah, sweet. Where is it? Let's download account management. There we go. So I'll grab the Discord. There we go. And then I'll chuck that in chat for you. Go hang out and play Soulframe is the Discord for them. So if you accept that invite, there's about 122,000 people in there. But I would highly recommend jumping into the Discord, because that's where they give you all the alerts of when they have the dev streams with Sarah or whoever's running the dev stream. And you can just watch, I think it's for roughly 30 minutes, and then you can get your code, jump back into your soulframe.com account, and then claim. You may have to do like a Twitch disconnect and reconnect, as long as it's the same account that you watched the Soulframe stream on, and you should be able to get a code for Soulframe. It's highly worthwhile doing. I've really enjoyed this Preludes a lot more than I thought. But as far as the whole entire concept of the game goes, it's phenomenal. I really enjoy it. So if you guys enjoy this sort of like fantasy style, definitely get into it. It's, yeah, I highly recommend it, and that's why I keep playing it. There's a lot of different weapon styles to choose from, different like combat feel as well, like playing around with, say, like blunt style weapons. These guys are actually a lot stronger than I thought. So I've just kind of been testing like sharp damage type with blunt damage type. So these work on like particular enemies that don't like the sharp, where they don't really have a lot of like other damage types at the moment. So it's mostly sharp, arcanic, voltaic, and blunt. But they are really, really fun. I'm surprised that this one, even though it looks like a club, is still sharp damage. So, but that's also something that's, I guess, being reiterated in future like hotfixes updates as well. So hopefully we get to see an expansion in damage types as well. You got everything linked, ready to go? Sweet. We're going to check out the dev stream. Yeah, definitely do it, because then you'll get an actual code straight up. So I would highly recommend doing that, because Soulframe is really good. And if you are open to it, you're more than welcome to add me in game as well. You don't have to worry about the hashtag. It's just SmoothOpurrator. And I do social stuff as well. And I hope it's useful information for people who find it as well. So I'm just going to switch up my outfit. On the basis of which pact I would recommend using, like your packs are basically your warframes. The Siren is kind of like, if you think about it, I'd probably say it's a mixture between Excalibur because of Pix Tricks Powder. That's like a blinding, so it's kind of like his radial blind. Trick of the Light is kind of like Loki. It's a decoy move. And then you've got Glamour, which is like an Ivara move. So if you think about it in Warframe terms, those three Warframes each have one of the elements of their abilities in there. Tetherin, this one, Fellist, is kind of like a damage output buff. It does say consecutive melee strikes deal cumulative damage, but this can actually apply to any weapon in the game. And it's forever, as long as you still haven't used the 5 attacks for it. It coats your weapon like this red, thorny business, and it just triples your output of damage. Call of the Ancients is just kind of like an aggressor move. You just yell, and then all the enemies get aggravated by you. You do get increased damage and defense, which is pretty cool. And then Clash is essentially just kind of like an Elden Ring, like push away. It's still being worked on, I think. But I went with the Ashelda, specifically for the Elder Bloom, because you're such a weak little envoy to start with. Elder Bloom becomes extremely useful very early game. Bestone, you just go around stoning enemies, freezing them, and then Phantom Flock is basically just like a CC move. So I can showcase that one, and I might even just take the Gwillin as well, so you get a little bit more of a feel for the pact. As far as, say, like the overall damage outputs, they are attuned to different virtues. So the Spirit is good for the Shoulder Pact. But yeah, as far as, say, like the particle systems and the attack ranges on different weapons is pretty damn good. And Gwillin, the staff, is very good for a starter weapon as well. So even though, say, like a weapon says like 1 out of 3 stars or something like that, it's still a very good weapon. And granted, these guys are only level 10. It does have punch through, which is really nice. So as you go through the game, it's pretty awesome. So they do have a special event at the moment, which I'm sure a lot of people wanting to get into. But as far as like open world farming is concerned, it's quite a large map. The one thing I will point out, most people can't get this particular island anymore. That was a bit of a, people in the earlier preludes like myself decided to break the game and see what we could do to get there. And we were able to. It takes a bit of time, but yeah. It's been really fun. Like, if we could break the game, the devs find out, and then we kind of all work together to say, hey, let's make the game better. Can't do this anymore, or, you know, we'll hotfix something so it seems more balanced, basically. You can capture animals as well. Reason being, they give you a little totem that you can apply to your weapons, say like attack damage or stagger buffing. So it's overall like really, really good. Like, it's a beautiful game. So yeah, sweet. I hope you breach the gates tomorrow. It's certainly worth getting into. If you have any questions as well, like, I do put like a bunch of little short video stuff up. I do all my lives on YouTube as well, so I'm horrendous for tagging stuff, but the shorts are a little bit more of an easier kind of time tag to kind of just look at and be like, okay, what am I looking for? So I did a bit of an explanation on one of the packs, Siren. I find a lot of people that I have spoken with recently, a lot of them seem to be choosing Siren. And I think that's a wrong choice. I don't think there's any wrong choice. I think you can make anything work. So it's very similar in that aspect to Warframe, where it may be your starter choice, but it doesn't lock you in entirely. So that's called a smite. Making enemies glow and stealing their soul. We now have runes in the game, which give you an extra strong passive ability. So I'll see if I can showcase that before the timer runs out. Granted, these guys are super low, low level, so. Oh, you mean Wu and Ember? Yeah, Wukong's... I've actually been playing Wukong a lot more, only due to the new skin that he's got. So, I think the coloration channels, though, I feel could be slightly adjusted. I think it's the second color channel is for his legs and his overall, like, kit on the Dynasty skin. I can't quite remember what it's called. But I have been playing Wukong a lot more. And that skin looks fire. I would just hope that the coloration channels, we get like a little bit more customization out of them in Warframe. But the benefit to that is that whatever's being tested within Soulframe in certain things, they can translate over to Warframe. So both games benefit from being made by the same devs. So, which is really cool. But yeah, that's first ability. The little Sparrow Phantom blocks, they do a lot more damage than what they used to, so that's nice to see. The effects look great, and the spells look really cool. Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's why I went with more of like a spirit user starter kit, and like the Ashelda arm with like the feathers, and just the entire style. I kind of thought, you know what, I feel like being like, I don't know, Peter Pumpkin Eater, or like Robin Hood Men in Tights. Yeah, there's a lot of customization in this game, so I think you'll really enjoy it, to be honest. The smite mechanic is quite an interesting one. The passive, there you go, is Call the Lightning, basically, which is really dope. So, you don't have to completely kill every single enemy, because the passives will kick in, as long as you've got that timer that's counting down over near the bottom right. But if you get another Soul Smite, you can actually reset the timer, which is phenomenal. And this is probably one of the best areas to come to test a lot of like your equipment out as well. I like to live on the edge. I don't really heal that much. But if I want to, I can just drop my second ability down, Elder Bloom, and it will heal me right back up. So it does look like a few of the effects are still a little bit off, but that's right. Heavy attacks on this weapon are quite good. Like the punch through is insane. You can use your first ability, the stone, and it just freezes them in place in stone. The way that this works, if you have a high spirit attunement in your virtue, the longer these guys stay in place. You can just aim and just heavy attack, and yeah, they die. That's another reason why I really liked the Bestone. I think as soon as I saw Soulframe, where the envoy puts his sword into the ground and turns enemies to stone, I thought, hell yeah, they've got stone magic. Like, that's dope. So, which is great. So, Ashelda is a very, very good starter pact if you like more like magic based. And it served me quite well. So, I'm really glad that I actually picked Ashelda in the first place. But you do get access to the other three, well, the other two starter kits as well, eventually. And, yeah, they're all worth testing out. Like, you've got so many different synergies as well, but as a caster, you literally can just smash enemies. It's really fun. Diddley, 1977. Thank you. I appreciate your follow. How are you? Are you also playing Soulframe, or are you waiting for your code? I did just put some links up in chat if you guys want to scroll through. If you haven't signed up through the website, or if you have and connected your Twitch account, there should be the Soulframe Discord there too. If you don't follow them, I would highly recommend doing so, because they are going to be doing a dev stream, I believe, Tuesday, which is tomorrow for me. Where's the best placed enemy for Feybolt Blessed Joinery? Knight? Hello, welcome. Knight, what faction are you a part of? Diddley, yes, waiting on the Tuesday? Yeah, hell yeah. Awesome. It's good to know. It's really nice to see a lot more people interested in Soulframe, to be honest. It makes me feel very lucky. I got a free code from someone that I was just watching them stream one day, and we were doing just what you guys were doing. They were like, yo, do you want a free code? I really hope that I can get some like extra codes and stuff, because yeah, I think there's a lot of people wanting to play this game, and I think that's really, really good, because it's definitely worthwhile playing. I think they are going to be bringing out a Founders Pack as well, so I am saving my dollary dues for that, because I'm happy to put IRL money into this game. Like, I have thoroughly enjoyed it since Preludes 8. Certainly a few issues here and there, but that's to be expected. But overall, for being like a 2-year Prelude, it's running really well. So, Neverwinter, Kith of Kings right now to get Tetherin. Nice. Okay, yeah. So I'm part of the Kith of Kings as well. Run your tier 3, like your 3-star Sparrowtails. And you just got to continuously kind of run the tier 3s, and hopefully you get the Bannerets or the Badagar Stag are generally some of the best areas to get those lots of Neverwinter refugees. Yeah, I bet. Neverwinter was such a good title though. I think, yeah, I played Neverwinter, Neverwinter Nights 2, and I think I played the expansion on that. It was amazing. Such a good game. I haven't made the opportunity to play Baldur's Gate 3, but that's the sort of titles I grew up on. Even like BG1, like Tales of Sword Coast, it was like, holy, I love that sort of, yeah, fantasy and magic. Like, Gorion was one of my favorite characters in the game, and if you guys played Baldur's Gate 1, you know exactly what happens. But BG2 was incredible too, so yeah. Neverwinter is a really great game. Oh, New World, sorry. Okay, oh, okay. Yeah, I like the concept of New World, but I've had a few people mention, yeah, New World's kind of having quite a major shift within, I guess, the hierarchy, which, yeah, probably, I don't really know what's going to happen with New World, unfortunately. I try to keep a positive note on, yeah, updates and stuff, especially with other titles while playing a different one. So, you know, got to keep a little bit more focused in positivity, I'd say. Yeah. Never play an Amazon game? I did play New World, and I did like it. But I stopped playing it as soon as it started getting like sweaty, and you know, you'd be hanging out in like your guild area or like a township, and then you'd have like this massive horde of people just waiting to slaughter you and just steal all your shit. So I kind of got over that really quickly. I like to enjoy a game. I don't like to necessarily jump into a game to be competitive. Excuse me. Which I understand, like, some game environments thrive off of that sort of stuff, but that's not my objective in gaming at all. I can get competitive, but it's more against myself rather than trying to compete and destroy someone else for the satisfaction of doing that. Yeah, that's not my style at all. Alright, I'll run a tier 3 Oh, yay. We get to go take on Marta.
Shadow claims what once was kin.
Alright, so we gotta go hang out and find the Mike Wazowski paperwork. We do have another mechanic in the game. Flappy Bird. I love the fact that we can summon our little spirit guide with a snap of the finger. That absolute sound is one of my favorite things in this game. Like, very nice. Alright, I think... Where is little Flappy Bird going? I think the pathing on the game is pretty good. It's not perfected, that's for sure. So there's still, yeah, pathing issues, especially for Flappy Bird. He gets a bit lost sometimes. I would recommend, if you are going to play with other players, hopefully they're roughly in like the same region or server that you're on. I play in the North American servers, generally because they're a lot busier than the Oceanic. But I haven't really checked the Oceanic servers in Soulframe. I know in Warframe, generally, 9 times out of 10, Europe and the North American servers are generally busy AF, so... Yeah, this is not even, like, the best armor in the game, but we did get quite a few different elements added to the game, like the stitching and coloration with different color palettes. We didn't used to have that, but now we do, which is pretty great. We do have crafting for, say, like Tubal Kane. She's your blacksmith. So everything that you see in game is craftable as long as you're doing your exploration around the world. So it's, as you can see, this is just one part of the map. Or at present, this is the island, I guess, of Madrath. I'm assuming what's going to happen eventually in years to come, hopefully, we see a massive map of different areas within the game. The world trees are just elements that you can go and collect something from them, and it opens up and removes the fog of war. There's lots of different areas that you can find different equipment. You've got floristry picking as well. Lots of fauna and flora. There's idols that you can come around to. You played your little, like, panpipe thing. And it gives you a little bit of a blessing once you restore the idol. So grace is your range-based attribute or virtue for range as well. So it does give you a little bit more range. I haven't really figured out exactly how much range you get from it, but there's the giant Dorito spaceship, and we'll just go take on Marta because she's really fun. But I think, Knight, you were asking about the joineries, I believe. Feybolt less joinery. It depends on which Feybolt joinery that you want. Whether it's like a Mora attunement or a Cephaline. So this is Marta. She's super grumpy. And I've never actually faced her here, so... She basically just steals everyone's stuff. You do get a pretty good arsenal of weapons as well. I will take your soul. I may move a bit quickly through this, but it's only because I want to maximize the amount of the rune activation for that lightning bolt that you see coming down. It's the passive ability of the Arcstorm rune. And it does help to stagger these enemies. The ones with shields, though, generally will block everything. So they can be an absolute pain. But these guys are the Sinecure. They're basically like your whole grunts of the world, basically. They are pretty aggressive, and I'm not wearing the best armor against them, so I do have to be a little bit more mindful of my combat. Direct hits with your Bestone, though, will stun enemies, which is really nice. Thank you, I'll take your soul. And the passive on the Arcstorm rune, once it's active and applied to your weapon, is phenomenal. I do forget to heal quite a lot, so as much as I talk up the Shelter Pact of having Elder Bloom, I rarely use it. Only because I've just become more reliant on the armor addition to the game. So Peter Piper, my little dude that I'm running around with, I call him, is not super effective with physical damage reduction at the moment. Alright, Bubs, come on. Heavy units can definitely take you out very quickly. But the Fantaflock do a pretty good job of just controlling at least one enemy. If you can, you always get it onto the heavy units if you can. Like these big boys here. I'll take your soul, thank you very much, and that did not heal me one bit. That's a shame. Usually a smite and soul steal will... I haven't got it set up on this pact, that's why. And that dude also likes to sacrifice himself to the gods sometime and try to take you out with lightning. Okay, sweet. I've got a Cloud Quell. I'm gonna need this for the Nimrod. Yeah, the enemy designs are amazing. This dude's pretty fun. Hey, bud. He does do an aerial jump now. So, there's his ring. He'll jump down in a second. He's massive. You do get the ability to make a potion. It's called Cloud Quell. It removes his storm, basically. So it just creates like a falsified sunshine, basically. Movement in game has gotten a lot more smooth as well, so he's a pretty fun boss to take on. Excellent. And he also, funny enough, doesn't like arcanic damage. So if you can activate your rune and get the passive happening, he really doesn't like that. I'd really like his armor as well. The details on the armor in this game are insane. Apparently there's a Banneret that wants to take me on too. Okay. But once you finish a Sparrowtail, you do get random RNG for relatively good stuff. But for Joineries, from what one of you guys was asking before, victory stands. Thanks, Flappy. Sometimes you'll get a particular joinery. So we got the Verite, Tempered, Verite Rust, which are more melee, and the Quicksilver are attuned more so for like your bow and arrows, basically. But with the Feybolt in your fragments, where are they? These ones here. All the different colors are attuned to say like whatever like weapon. So your reds are your melees, your blues are your magic weapons. So you can get your Blessed by Iridus, your Blessed by Saphine, Blessed by Mora, just in that particular Feybolt. Like, I guess, category. And then you can do the same with the Verite as well. You get Mora, Saphine, and Iridus as well. Same with Gildor, and then same with your Quicksilver. the best way that I've gotten most of the ones that I've got is by being part of the Silent Rose faction. I find that their RNG drop chances and their tables are a lot better equipped than the Kith of Kings or the Children of Alka, to be honest. Alright, let's go put some magic in your face. Please stop healing. I don't want you healing. Stop healing. I think she just continues to heal even after she stopped casting. Okay, the Bennerets, they don't really stay stoned as long as the other enemies do. This one's particularly aggressive. Her name does change to like Panctamoon and Estella. I can't remember the other ones, but yeah, she's pretty aggressive, and that fire can like one-shot you. So she can be an absolute pain. And it's a good idea to take out any mage. If they're wearing... Yeah, she's just healed her right up. Which is not ideal. Even if they block your attack, you can still use the Arcstorm rune. Even on the Flyblades, funny enough. Even though they're a magic rune, for some reason we're able to use these on the Flyblades as well. So I'll take advantage of that because it's almost done. And yeah, always a good idea to get a direct hit. And then if you really want to, just power up a heavy shot and shoot it at a head. Same thing with the Phantom Pluck. If you can aim round like mid-body, sometimes your projectiles will pass through them, which is annoying. But even like your heavy shots sometimes will do better damage than your actual base. And then you've got to get through the stagger bar, which is pretty good, to be honest. It definitely makes you think about your combat and how you approach a fight, which is nice to see. It's becoming more and more like challenging within the game. There we go. I would hope that she drops a joinery, but I don't know if she does. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. But yeah, that's the Gwillin and Oshelda Pact Showcase. I'm looking forward to playing this one. I have to start my work shift right when the stream starts. I'm going to have a friend log in for me so I can get the key drop. Oh, I would just like watch it on your phone, to be honest, at work. That's what I used to do. I'd be off like doing stuff and I would just be watching the stream technically while I was at work, and I just had it on silent. So I would still say like stuff in chat every once in a while, but just to make sure that I was registered in there, and as long as you're like set up pre-stream basically on the website and you've got all of your stuff connected, you'll be fine. You'll actually get a code. So they're basically a guaranteed one. So there probably will be a lot of people within the dev stream. I'll be there probably a little bit later because it's usually really early morning my time, around like 4:30-ish, or even like 3 a.m. sometimes is when they start the dev stream because it's their like work hours. So it's a bit unfortunate that it's so late for me. So early rather. I'm gonna take these archers out. Where is this dude? There he is. Archers have certainly got a big glow up from the update as well. They snipe the shit out of you. Yeah, and they can snipe you from a very long range. I don't even think that we can actually hit them that far. No, we can't. So if they can hit us from that far away, we should be able to throw back. But granted, like, our damage output is far stronger than theirs, so... Come on, bud. There we go. Come on. Nope. Alright, where's this other one? Alright, let's see if we can target you. Alright, Banneret time. I want to see if Malrog's up. The projectile aiming is a little bit off still. More so with your projectile-based weapons, but it's mostly your magic ones. Come on. Nope. Stein. That's another one. It's basically the same Banneret from before, but just with a different name. She can be very painful. I really want you dead. You're really annoying me. Eh. The aiming on the, Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean with the one hit. She will just rock up and smash you. And when you get downed, you just get turned into a little spirit guide, which is the little flappy bird, which is pretty cool. They can go quite high, but yeah, you want to get back to your frame before you time out, basically. Alright, I'm going to see if I can walk away. Yes, I can. Alright, there's you done. Alright, Stein, round 2. Oh god, there's another archer. Come on. If you give me a soul, I would love you forever. Alright, maybe not. Hang on. Come on, give me a soul. Thank you. Alright. So yeah, the passive ability for the rune of Arcstorm is insane. It's a very, very strong rune. Unfortunately, we don't have any like heavy weapons yet, but I would like to see if we could get this particular mace as a weapon for the envoy. But for now, we've mostly got polearms, swords, sword and boards, magic, short blades, daggers, long swords. And I think that's pretty much it for now. So yeah, I would highly recommend watching in that dev stream when Soulframe does go live on Twitch. I think Malrog's here. It's a bit weird when there's no enemies around. Are you here? Yes, you are. Okay. Are you going to show up? Oh, wow. Okay. There's a rotation of, like, mini-bosses throughout the game, so I'll take you through this guy, and then, just having a look for the time base. I can probably do the Nimrod as well. This guy is pretty aggressive, but he's not honestly that scary. He's just kind of like an enhanced Banneret, basically. He does dash at you quite a lot. He does dodge your casting as well, which is unfortunate, because now I have to wait for that ability to cool down. But if I can, I would like a soul from you. I don't think you can really dodge that. If you get more of a direct hit, it will last longer. But also, if you don't get a direct hit and it's right next to his feet, it will still freeze him, just not for as long as a direct bestone will. There we go. I think the UI is bugged out slightly, so you couldn't see his health bar. I do like his helm as well. It looks like a an operator mask from Warframe. Very cool though. I think there he is. That is where Mr. Nimrod will be. I don't know if there's any reason to set this on fire, but it's fun, so I'm going to. Peter, Pumpkin Eater. Okay, I didn't have to set it on fire. Do I have magic now? Like psychic abilities I didn't know about? That'd be ideal. You can save yourself from dying though. If you jump off a very large height, you can swing a weapon and save yourself from fall damage, which is pretty great. Not all weapons do that though. I believe there's 3 of them. These 3 don't have the swing save effect. I'm not sure why. But basically anything else you use in the game, you'll be fine. Alright, we got more enemies. I think if there's any particular like weapon that you guys want to see, like arrows, bows and arrows as well, I can certainly switch to those as well. For this showcase, I don't mind jumping onto Blitzel. Does more damage. What have we got here? So this is courage based now. The good thing about attuning your virtues though differently is the more courage I put into, say, the courage virtue, and this bow is attuned to courage, it will do more damage. This one does do a lot more damage though. So I'll take Blitzel. I have changed the Juniper bow over to a courage based achievement, which means anytime I play around with my different virtues, the more I put into courage, the more damage it'll do. So I can't really take that down any further. So what are we at with damage here? 84 and 65. But the build with the runes, this is a max rune. I do have 4 other copies, I don't know how, of the Alka's Breath rune. This is what I activate and gives me like that empowered state. I've boosted the magic armor. I've boosted smite reduction on enemy armor. I've also increased the additional smite chance and the arrow hail slowing enemies. I can do an armor reduction. I can stagger on primary attacks. I can increase its fire rate, which is actually not a bad idea, to be honest, considering. But the slow on a hail is insane. But the damage to nearby enemies is also extremely good. So I'll actually take a bow and show you what I mean. It's pretty fun. I like the bows in game. I think I'm up for the night. Take care. No worries. Yeah. Hope you see Majath. Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, like I say, Turtles, if you want to add me in game, go for it. Very excited to see more people jump into the game. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream and showcase as well. I think you had a soul, but now you don't. But you do. Thank you. And Ascension into nothing. One of my favorite weapon combos. Bugger. Alright, I'll steal your soul, if I can. If you want to take it from that particular enemy, that would be great. Yo, okay. There's our smite chance. We love smite chance. Okay, so I am noticing attack is being strange, as in it's selecting enemies oddly. Hopefully that gets fixed up. Too many enemies to choose from, I'd say. No worries. You're very welcome, Turtles. enjoy the evening, get some rest. I probably will finish up stream probably in like the next 5 or 10. Only because I would like to have some lunchies. But for you guys in chat, if you guys do have questions, queries, etc., I do bit of social stuff. I do have a Discord. It's terribly put together. I'm not gonna be dishonest about that, but it is a good way to I guess communicate if you wish to. All right, so what have we got? Yo, Nimrod, you are being attacked already. That's not an issue for me at all. Where the hell do these mockeries come from? This is awesome. All right, I'm definitely clipping this. Yo, these mockeries are actually doing a pretty decent amount of damage to him too. This is awesome. I've never seen this happen before. This is dope. They actually do some really good stagger damage on him too. Although he's giving it back to them, so I'll steal those souls. Thank you, and thank you. One little thing though. The Mockery souls will not give you a rune enhancement. This is awesome. And Mockeries do not like bow damage. As in, they're very resistant to it. But if you do have a blunt style attack weapon, like the Rook polearm, generally, I think this one's got the zoomies. Yeah, this dude's definitely got the zoomies. Alright, now we're gonna have to deal with Dimrod. Hey, bud. And I don't want to be heavy hit by you because you are evil. Alright, let's see if we can get in there and give him a stab before. Nope. Okay. Alright. You ready, bud? Alright. Can I have another Everflame rune? That would be fantastic. I wonder if there's another way. Ooh, there we go. Ow. Jesus Christ. He hits like a truck, though. Alright. There's a staggered one. Okay. Nope. Peter, pumpkin eater. Alright, let's see if we can get a smite from you. Come on. Can you give me a soul? Come on, just one. That'd be great. 1 tick per hit. That is not great. Come on, stagger it up. There we go. Okay. So you can get about 4 shots off. That's not too bad. Nope. Wow. I think his damage reduction is a little bit high. I'm doing 1 tick per hit with these. Come on, buddy. Give me a soul. My lord. Okay. There we go. You're almost dead. There we go. Can I have your rune? Everflame. No. Okay. Alright. Wow. But we get the ribbed 2. Phenomenal. Alright. Well, that's Dimrod. So I think... Let's have a look. I've done the Dimrod. I've done Malrug. I believe we've done the Wazard. I don't think that we've done Impedy. So I'm going to run up to Impedy and probably finalize the run then. Yeah, it won't take me too long to get there. The bow probably isn't the most effective on boss damage, but slowing them, it definitely does a good amount. But, as I mentioned before, Odiak, Voltaic, absolutely incredible with the Arc Storm rune. Attack speed, additional smite, more magic armor, more physical armor. The full rating of armor at the moment with this particular set is like 75. It can go well above that if I chose it to. Some of the best kits, to be honest, to use is probably like the Orengall or Mockery Binds. I'm just using this one because I like the Regalia of Garen. But Orengall set is actually extremely good, especially for its stat spreads. What else? You can put it with the Mockery Douthrot, which is phenomenal. It does give you an extra point in your 2 points, actually, in your magical resistance. You can use the Arbearer set if you really want to. But overall, like, even the whole Garen Root set just by itself, well, the Garen Root pants and Orengall breastplate is awesome. And you look very shiny and very pretty. Which, that's basically what everyone wants, is fashion. So, and we've got a much higher rating of physical, magical, and stability, which is great. So I probably won't get my arse served to me as much as what I was with the Peter Piper outfit. So I've just got to climb that giant mountain. But we'll take out some mockeries on the way. Here it is. The Green Moon. Also the Patreon of Spirit User Magic. Alright, come on. Get in here. I like the detail in the armor. Oh, dude, yeah. The armor detail is insane. Alright, there's one. Awaken, my child. So yeah, these mockeries, these normal ones without the armor, are generally pretty easy to take out. These guys, they're probably best taken out with blunt weapons. And like I say, the Rook polearm is probably one of the best weapons to take them out quite quickly. Cool. Alright, there we go. But yeah, the armor set that I've got on is a mixture of two different sets. The Regalia of Garenrude is really nice. I quite like the pantaloons and like the fur detail. And then the Orengall set with like the kind of wolfish tail thing that flows around you. And we get a nice little fist pump. I could probably change up the crown, to be honest. Let's have a look. I mean, we could go use the bucket hat if we really want to. This is Lady Diora's set. At least her crown, Regent's Veil. There's quite a few different things that you can utilize. You can use something called bestitching, which allows you to basically transmute the item that you're wearing. So if I was wearing, say, like this one, and I wanted the physical, magical, and stability stats to translate to a different look, like this one, I could do that. I might actually wear this one, the little Zook mask. This is part of the special event at the moment in game, where we could go farm out fragments for these particular masks and wear them. But I'm very thematic, and I have noticed some of the helms at the moment that should be close-faced, not open. So there are a few bugs within the game. This should also have a mask over the face. The Mendicant King set is really, really nice. I did not know... Yeah, this is missing the mask as well. So there are a few bugs in the game. The Armet of Orengall is quite good as well. So I might actually wear that. And go like magical rogue assassin. Yeah, the fashion in this game is dope. Honestly, it's so good. The details are amazing. So I might just do a quick switcheroo on one little thing though, just so I can transport myself faster. Another benefit to doing a lot of the fables or quests in the game is that you get access to all of the other packs in the game. This one's called Orengall, and there's a very good reason why a lot of people tend to use it quite a bit. You can turn yourself into a wolf. It is a timed ability. It's a psychic ability, so technically your body stays back where you left it, but if you attack in the wolf form, it can teleport you to where you attacked. Yes, yeah, it's very similar to Warframe, where you collect fragments. You can reforge or former items, but you don't actually have to use any former to reforge that particular weapon, and it's an instant reforge as long as you've got the right amount of ducats, which is like your in-game currency, like credits or hollers, and yeah, it's an instant reforge. All you've got to do is re-level it, but once you get to a bond level 30, it's like MR in a way. If you get to bond level 30 with, I think there's something following me. Once you get to level 30 with any item in the game, you'll basically have the maximized amount of experience from that particular item. Predominantly your weapons and your packs. You do have the option to continue to build different weapons over time. Generally what will happen on the Soulframe dev streams when Sarah does them is she'll basically show you what to do, answering questions on, you know, where do I find this, or how do I forge this, or she'll take you through a fable as well. It's generally pre-planned, I'm sure, but yeah. So yeah, Orengall is technically a good fast travel mechanic in the game. At present, we don't have any technical fast travel yet in game, but I'm hoping what we do get is the ability to utilize soul gates within the game. So that's O'Shelda. I think, what was I using previously? The Papa Legba Bone Man. This is the Tether Impact, so I might actually showcase this one. So range we don't really need, like, at all, so I can basically wipe that if I really want. Duration, I'll put that at a base 10 spirit and courage, and then what can we use? 92 and 103. I could use the sword and board, although granted the royal tines are quite good as a the dual blades and the short swords. So what's that? 92? That's 62. But these ones give you a higher smite chance, 2 and 25. And that does too. Nah, I'll stick to those. But like I was saying, with Tethrin, you can use this ability, cast it. I'll show you in a second. This is basically just cast it just before you get into battle. And then this one's just to kind of get them, enemies to stand away from you. But yeah, the reforging is really, really good. I might just... Oh, okay, it's sealed. Because I'm right next to Mr. Handsome Impety. So basically, yeah, this one will give you a higher damage output, but also defense for a short amount of time. The more spirit duration you've got, the better. I think I have put on these blades a slowing mechanic, so this dude can't really do that much. But this is Fellest in action. It's pretty strong. You get like a red bloodthorn on these, and it basically just gives you 5 hits, which just increase your damage immeasurably. And I think I've got one more hit, so if I swing the blades, yeah, it'll disappear. I don't believe it's duration based. I'm pretty confident it is based on purely on the amount of hits that you use the Fellest on any weapon in the game. So just because it says it's a melee based pact doesn't purely mean that's all it's going to apply its damage to. It's very good with bows, very great with flyblades as well. And you do get like a really cool animation on these as well. So there is a encampment, I'm pretty sure, roughly here. So I'm going to be a menace and run down there, and I'm going to use Fellest on the enemies so you can see what I mean. Hey bunny, what you doing, bud? You're mine now. I love this new mask, Little Zoot. It's very cool. So it's like the build variety is there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, build variety is absolutely there. I've been playing around with what I just did was just capturing that animal. They give you like a totem that you can apply in your weapons. What build have I got in here? Yeah, okay, so I've got like Scavenger, 20% damage near by enemies. I've got magic armor and smite reducing on enemy armor. So the more animals that you capture, you can select, say, like this one here, and you can upgrade them with like the musical harmony that you obtain from the animals. So, which is really, really nice. So there's a ton of ways that you can build different weapons. Like if I want a lot more attack speed, I can double that by 20%. But if I want to break that up, let's have a look. I can do stagger, so I can stagger enemies more, especially like the Banneret or heavy units, especially with these weapons. These weapons are very good. I could do 35 damage to nearby enemies if they get close enough. Attacks reducing armor is quite good, I have to admit that. But the reason why I choose smite reducing on enemy armor by 25 is per hit, I'm pretty sure. And then with magic armor, that's always a very good choice, because that will actually boost my overall armor rating as well. So the UI is still being fleshed out, but it just went from 69 to 78 just because I applied that totem on this weapon. So attack speed is good. I could do 35 damage nearby enemies as well, and then smite reduces armor. But I mean, also too, if you do have the additional smite chance, that's actually a really good one to use, because you get more smite chance. You can reactivate the rune more consistently, which is phenomenal. Same thing with all of like your different secondaries, but you'll see these ones here, they don't have the armor push from the totems, so that's gone up to 67, so that tells me I've got the magic armor increase. But then if I go up to here, I get an even higher one, because I can actually put 2 in this particular weapon, only because I've got the rune active. So if I take that off, it actually removes it altogether. But it's not a permanent thing, which is nice. So you can interlay these runes on all sorts of different weapons. So you can have that particular rune maxed out on all of your melees, etc. So yeah, when it comes to build creation, you've got an absolute ton of different ways to do stuff. Oh no, with the ads. I can wait. How long have we got? I should be able to tell. I'm the one that should be directing this ad. Hang on, let's have a look. Alright, so we've got 1 minute. So I will wait. Lame. We don't like advertising. Alright, let's have a look. Where are we? There we go. Are you good now? Oh, sweet. Okay. Alright. So what I've been seeing with releasing the animals? Yeah. So just with the totems, I really wish I got the ad stuff in check so I could have just dismissed it. What I was saying with the totems is that you can basically upgrade these. So say if I want like extra damage on this guy, you can upgrade it with the harmony that you obtain from all of the little totems. You can go through and melt down copies as well to increase your harmony within your inventory. Green will give you 250. The purple I think is like 500 if I have a purple little dude, which I don't. Not in this particular setup though. I think to give balance to the game, they have chosen not to necessarily give like purple runes, and gold runes are the most powerful. So these ones here, if I was to melt down a yellow flower rune, this one would give me, I think, let's have a look. Yeah, 8,625. It basically gives you all of that harmony back. I probably wouldn't do that. I would keep most of the yellow ones for sure. But I choose to put the smite chance and attack speed, especially on magic weapons and the armor as well. So you can see I'm up to like 92 armor now because I've chosen that particular weapon. Yeah, essentially, yeah. But it will drop down because each rune is classified with each slot. So you've got your utility slot, you've got attack, and then you've got your defense. But if I take this rune off, that's how the weapons start. So until you actually obtain the weapon rune, you won't have those 2 extra slots within the Everflame or melee series of all of your weapons. But once you do, it definitely opens up a lot more options for you. Alright, so we got a green squirrel, and then we got the scavenger, smite chance, and then we got magic armor. But essentially, yeah, however you build, your armor rating will fluctuate. So 92 armor is insane. I could probably level Dwellian. So what have I got? Kickstackers increase the heavy charge attack. That's actually not a bad one. Attack speed, smite chance, and that's reflection of stagger. I don't think I'm gonna really use that. So magic armor is something I've been deviating to quite a bit. Stagger on primary attacks could be awesome. Slowing enemies is potentially useful, but I've only got 1 duck done. Let's just do the gopher. Alright, I'll take Dwellian. It's a very base very basic weapon, but it's a beautiful sword though. So, and it would be quite nice against these guys. So where are they? I think they're around here. But basically your totems are essentially, yeah, similar to your mods in Warframe, where depending on what slot you put them in, depends on what they open up, whether it's aggressive or stances, I guess, in a way. So this is a good area to test the totems I've just put on these dudes. Yo, okay. So at least having the second ability up, especially on Tetherin, is well worth using. But this is essentially what Everflame does. It's great. Flame sword. Who doesn't like a fire sword? This was something that we originally saw, I think, a few preludes ago. But then, I think Fen Jatar got taken away. Alright. And you can switch between your primary and secondary weapons as well, which is extremely useful. And I've got the damaging enemies that are close by. So if I've got the rune active and I've got the particular totem set up, that's what it'll do. Yeah, the Souls-like mechanics are really fun. It's certainly not as punishing as Elden Ring, that's for sure. I still remember, geez, I don't remember what the first boss was that I went up in Elden Ring. Actually, it's that little dude, like even just a soldier coming at you with like a full health bar. You're like, oh shit. But the Souls-like elements to Soulframe are far more forgiving. And we do have strange townspeople that just hang out and stare at you. I don't think they have any souls. I don't think that we can kill them. But, yeah, my moral compass dictates don't kill them. But I did make this, I guess, Papa Legba kind of style outfit as well. This particular armor set is where we can get it from that impity dude that was just up on the hill. There is a 3-star. What's it now? Alright. What I'll do... I'll go do the next 3-star Sparrowtail and see if we can get a Blessed Joinery. If not, that's okay. I will most likely take a break for about maybe a couple of hours. And I may jump into Warframe maybe this evening, but I'm really enjoying Soulframe, to be honest, so I'll probably do a third stream of Soulframe again. So... you do have the option to melee hit as well, just with your fist. And if you really want to, you can go kick people, which is really fun. Like these guys. Because they're really, really rude. 3-star. Alright, let's go see the Ghost Man. I should... oh, there's a squash. Just when I need it. There is another mechanic that we do have that I haven't really shown off too much. The soul mode. It does highlight things on the map if you need. We'll see if we can utilize it in a more effective way. Basically, say for example, if there's something that you're not really sure of and you've got like a feeling, like there's puzzles in the games too, and the soul mode does tend to show those off. So there we go. Perfect example. If we can't see something on the map, you just activate it and just press the effect down. Each pact has got like a different special effect that operates. So Tetherin basically just gets those thorny things on the shoulder. And we've just summoned some ghosts. They're not that hard. I think they're like level 1. There we go. Yep. Alright. Get out of here. They do track you for quite a while though, so you don't have to get rid of them, but yeah. You jumped back into Warframe after several years. Yeah, man. Warframe has changed immeasurably. There's the new content with the Undervalis, Noko, the new Warframe, I think the 63rd Warframe. Jai Prime's going to be coming out really soon, which is awesome. I love her. Yeah, there's a lot of content to play around with. Alright, also, I would probably say this is the last time I'm going to go up against Martyr for a while. I do find being part of the Kith of Kings faction, you tend to go up against Martyr a lot, where the Vedagar Starg is far more present being part of the Silent Rose faction. Yes, yes, give me your paperwork. Thank you, Mike Wazowski. I did not file my paperwork. Alright, we'll go here. Alright, Mana. I think what I may do is bring out the Odiak one more time, just so I can wrap the knuckles of Nimrod pretty quickly. There's still so many players. Oh, wow. Wait, Anubis. Oh, was that the Anaros skin? Yeah, that Anubis skin, that's part of Anaros. Wow, okay, yeah, that's a while ago. Yeah, there's a lot of players in Warframe. There's definitely a lot of, like, younger players. I think some of the elder or leveled up Warframers, I find, I think they kind of find it a little bit difficult sometimes, and myself inclusive, when the newer players get in and they just rush around and they try to get away from the squad, and it's all about big numbers. That's not what Warframe's about. It's about squad input in equity of supporting one another. I think a lot of the younger gen players are definitely far more focused on, hey, I got the largest amount of damage output. That's not the point of the game. That is just one element of it. But I have had conversations with some of the, yeah, I guess wizened Warframe players that I've made friends with, that we just enjoy the game for what it is. I mean, it's good to have like the big numbers, etc., but still, I think a lot of the newer gen who are coming into Warframe, I think they've got a lot to learn for sure. But I think Warframe in its entirety, I think in the game development sense, has really catered to a lot of the newer players, but without breaking the foundation of what Warframe is. That's in my opinion anyway. Quite a few hours in Soulframe. Oh yeah, dude, honestly, I have. It's definitely a really good pace away from Warframe. And don't get me wrong, I will jump into Gauss Prime or Volt Prime or Nova, and I will go absolutely ham with maximized speed. Not a problem. Even Noko as well. Like, the fact that he's so mobile and parkour based, I love it. So, yeah. I definitely spend my time between Soulframe and Warframe. I would say equally as much. I probably stream Soulframe a little bit more, but it's because I enjoy the explanation process of Soulframe. But I'm also like more of like a magey, like wizardy caster person as well. Like that's kind of more my kind of playstyle. I like a caster animation. I love a good lightning bolt. But Warframe definitely satiates that in a lot of ways too. Yeah. Yeah, I know. WoW has changed a lot. Interestingly enough, there's a lot of stuff going on with the Turtle WoW server. I think if something's working in a game, leave it alone. But I don't think the creators are very happy at the popularity on the private server. I think, is it private? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I mean, I stopped playing WoW quite a while ago. Oh no, I'm soft locked. Oh well, that does happen. But you know what? We turn into our soul mode Flappy Bird, and then we fly back to our body. Yeah. WoW, I actually stopped playing because of the storyline of Sylvanas Windrunner. She's my favorite. I played Warcraft. Yeah, Warcraft 3, absolutely amazing. And then, yeah, along came WoW, and her Holland Star storyline as the Banshee Queen was incredible. And yeah, not really my thing to see what happened to her within like the latest like update stuff, I think. So yeah, real shame because I love Sylvanas. She's one of my favorite characters in the WoW universe. She's incredible. Another reason to pick the well, I mean, you don't get the Odiak as a starter weapon anymore, but it'd be pretty ideal if you could. But yeah, Sylvanas, oh my god, she's incredible. I still will sit there and I'll watch older YouTube videos of her whole entire story. I absolutely love her. Especially with the Battle for Azeroth. Holy crap. Absolutely incredible. I think I did try both Horde and the Alliance, but I think I always enjoyed the Horde a little bit more. They always kind of seemed like a little bit more underdog, but I do like Jaina. She's amazing. Miss Proudmore. Alright, come on. Oh, I don't have a Cloud Quill. That's not going to matter. Where are you, handsome? Oh, you're right behind me. Wait, no you're not. Oh no, I could have stolen your soul. Oh well. Alright. There you are. Hello. Probably not going to make this a very big fight. For whatever reason, he does not like voltaic damage. I have no idea why. You got your Forge and 2 daggers. Whoa, mate, you have been working. Nice. You got 2 Lucane. She's amazing. My recommendation, fill out your whole entire world map, collect all the world trees, you'll get another weapon, and what else? I would continue forging all of the base level 1 weapons with her. And the more you level up your weapons to bond 30, the higher your bond with Tubal-Cain will go. So you can get up to bond level 3 with her, which is very easy to do. Your bond with your pact as well also boosts your... see, I really feel like we should have more range on the Odiak.
Well, all according to protocol,
Nope.
I suppose.
Alright.
Enjoy your garbage, Gruul.
Thanks, Marta.
Your courage has pleased my flame.
Hell yeah. Victory stands. Oh, sweet. Alright. We maxed out the Killer Kings. That's great. Can I get another blessed joinery? No? Okay. Wolf. I just went into tier 3 in the Killer Kings. They are worth doing, but as I was saying before too, go back, or once you've maxed out everything from the Killer Kings, go and switch over to Silent Rose faction and max everything out there, and you'll also get access to the Ode Tempest, which is phenomenal, and a bog that was filled with bugs. Oh, Birdie's Bog? Yeah, that one's Eastern Coast. This one here, Birdie's Bog, massive area, lots of pumpkins, and lots of animals, as well as the mockeries as well. I was going to find all the trees, but I ran into something really high level that was shotting me. Oh. I would say still go and do your world trees, especially up in this area. These are probably some of like the higher level enemies in the game. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 trees up in this area. This is probably the easiest area to farm out and level to begin with. I would say work on Carlisle. Fort Carlisle can be quite tough for a beginner envoy. So I would say go down to this area, specifically the Glades of Andoran, and work on your codex, all of your locations, collecting the motes, the little gold orbs that hang around each location. You'll find up to 2 to 3. So say, for example, you've found this area, the Astrologer's Watch. You should have gold motes around that area. your compass will show that, because there'll be like little googly eyes that pop up with like 3 little dots, and it'll show you how many motes are in that area. My recommendation on obtaining the motes faster, it's a bit of a cheeky way, but it will make you obtaining the informational tabs in the codex a lot faster. Some of them will have, let's have a look. Some of them will have like full notes. So College of Pentatives, as an example, let's go for there. College of Pentatives, view location, it's right there. Go and find all the motes. There's usually about 2 to 3. And then once you've found them, just go in here, log out, and relog back in the game. And then you can go absorb the rest of the motes. And that will help you get the locations faster. If you want to. You don't have to do that. It does break immersion. I didn't really like doing it, personally. But that's what you can do for each location for the motes. And they are really cool. Those were the ones I was going for after the trees. Yeah, the motes. That's what they are. They're basically like little gold orbs. You just soul mode them. So you can press down soul mode, and then you click on, I think it's soul steel, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what of your keybinds are, but my soul steel or soul mode is Z, and then my soul steel is G. I'm also right-handed on the keyboard and left-handed on the mouse. I know a lot of people, actually, no, that's not true. Some people have said, oh no, that's what I do. I'm like, thank God, you're normal like me. But then other people said, what? That's really weird. I'm like, well, weird is good. So, you know, that's fine. All right. I'm just going to head back into the middle of the map a little bit more. Actually, Wolf, I do have something on the YouTube in the shorts, in the Soulframe shorts. Where is it? There you go. Jump into that. Go over to the YouTube. I do have a video on motes. It's one of the older videos. Trust me, the quality's not there. I know that. It's when I first started playing Soulframe. But hopefully it gives you enough of an explanation as to what to do and how to obtain the soul motes. I'm actually thinking about redoing it. Like better quality. Because I think, I don't even know when I started. Maybe like 6 months ago, I think. Like streaming stuff. But yeah, it's, I'm even seeing like a lot of the changes on it. Of like just the quality of information, how I'm iterating it, and just keeping it more simplified. But I am starting to repost like just very basic information for me. Could be something that's like really important for someone else. So that's the way that I'm breaking down the content now, on like the short stuff. So if there's something that you want more explanation on, just like chuck a comment there and I'll answer you back. I'm generally pretty all over that, in and around work, and basically just kind of, yeah, making a mark on Soulframe, hopefully, in a positive. You got one there, you got one there, one there, and one there. Go and get those 4 trees, and then, like, get yourself out of the northeast area. Not until later. I mean, throughout this part on the eastern coast, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So they will unveil this area. And then you've got 1 here. You can approach New Vissi if you wish to. I would recommend doing so. And then over this side, it probably will get more difficult again. But this is essentially the starting area of the game. So slowly kind of work your way out of this area. I would honestly work on the bottom half of the map first, and then start making your way up to the northeast. But I will point out one more thing. You can't actually access this one. Not anymore. That was a cheaty thing that, like myself and like other players, figured out how to go up to that particular area. It was like not by any means necessary conventional, but we figured out how to like slip through like the game's mesh basically, and be able to go obtain that well tree. That's not necessary to obtain all of this, I don't believe. So yeah, you're not missing out on anything apart from seeing an empty island with a tree, which is fun. Oh, no worries. Yeah. But yeah, I would work on more like your middle to lower half of the map first, and then work your way up once you start gaining like good equipment, good armor, which you will. I would probably recommend, yeah, building up your Kid the King's faction to max rank 5. I would buy 2 Shimmering Shards from the Kith of Kings before you switch factions. You'll get tons of the totems or the necklaces for Rose's Bodkin and the Alka's Children necklace. Use your Shimmering Shards from the Kith of Kings faction to build those other 2 necklaces, and that will give you access to the Silent Rose Enclave if you choose to switch to them, which I would highly recommend. And then Alka's Children being your last. And then once you've completed all of those, you'll have everything you need from them. But what I do once a week is just switch between each faction, essentially. But I have found the Silent Rose Enclave gives you the best return on like totems, fragments, the runes as well, but also the blessed joineries and the different types of blessed joineries as well. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's specifically how the particular faction operates and what its drop tables are like, but it seems to have worked out for me. So I would recommend getting into Silent Rose once you've maxed out your very first initial faction. Just gonna take these guys out. Come on, bud. Alright, fine. Excuse me. Wow, okay. Get out of here. That was just rude. That's right. There we go. You too. You're annoying. Thank you. My god. Dude, that shield bash was so annoying. Wow. I'm not a very big fan of blocking. That is a mechanic in the game, which I rarely use. I am going to go over here, though. I think Silent Rose is the faction I'm in. What icons do you have popping up on your faction tiles? This one's the Kith of Kings. If it's a rose, it's the Silent Rose faction you're part of. Or if it's like a purpley heart-looking thing, that's the Alka's Children. There was enemies with black diamonds. I think would stand in a hillside cliff and kill them, but they would get right back up. Enemies with black diamonds. And kill them, but they would get right back up. I think you're talking about the mockeries. You've got to absorb their soul to kill them. Cabbage Patch Children. We do love you. Alright, I'm going to finish off with Kabutra, I think. Bye, bud. If Kabutra is available. You are. Sweet. You're in Silent Rose? Well, you're in the best faction. Alright. Potato salad. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so we had a Gildor Polished. Awesome. What else did we get? Arbearer's Pauncher. Wonderful. Alright. Sweet. So if you're part of Silent Rose, that is phenomenal. I would just run your tier 3 factions. I would run them near the like northwestern part where you can take on the king, but I'd also be mindful of what level you are. Has the more you know or the more you find out? Well, I mean, honestly, Silent Rose is really good.
I'd be keen to see it whole.
Oh, can I make this yet? Oh man, wait, what? Oh, okay, so that's ready in 4 hours. Yay. What stats does this give, though? Let's have a look. Papa Peppo. So he's got physical, and that's it. But that one's got stability. And that's got no stability. That's a shame. Okay. The more you know, the more you find out. You definitely find out a lot, that's for sure. I think I'm just going to go see Verbinia.
A snack?
I don't have a cloud quell. So, one other thing though, Wolf. If you see plants that are like flapping their leaves in the ground, they're called willow wings. Crouch and don't alert them. And steal these willow wings from the largest plant that sits in between them all. And then, like, I would sneak away. You don't come across them very often, but you do need these to build this particular potion with Verminia. Eventually, when you do receive her. She's our, I guess, colorist in the game. And she's the one that gives us basically all of, like, the coloration shifting within the game. So you do get access to all of these palettes eventually. But to begin with, you have a very basic kind of coloration kit, which isn't too bad. But eventually, yeah, you can change everything around the game. And then as far as the Tubalcane goes, you can get to rank 3 with her, ready to forge. You literally will be able to get a ton of stuff. But yeah, I would start with like your Rived 2, your Vasp 4, which is like, these are really, really good too. They're a short blade, they're very good. And they do have a relatively good smite chance. Solace 1, that's relatively good as a spirit sword, I believe. Yeah, I don't know why it's attuned to spirit, but anyway. Thistle, that's kind of like your starter bow for the Siren Pact. Vasp 4, that's another relatively good halberd or polearm. But eventually you'll branch out and you get more of like the specialist weapons and armor and stuff. So as far as the medallions of like Mora, etc. go, they do require a sacred shimmer. So when you've maxed out and got everything from Silent Rose, I would honestly build out another 2 shimmering shards or obtain them. I think they're about 3,000 standing from any faction. But it will give you access to be able to build with Tubalcane, the Sproutfolk Seed totem. Well, that's what they used to be called. I don't know what they're called now. What are they called now? Talismans. You'll have that one already, but you can build that one and build that one. And then you should be able to freely switch these. Once you've entered and become part of that faction, you don't have to keep switching these totems. It's only to enter the faction the first time. Once you get up to the Cicade event, let me know, and I can run you through these guys as well. This is quite a fun event, but essentially what you get out of it is the Triune Talisman. So you whack that on, and you will get an extra like point to each statistic, which is great. But what I'll do for now is just chuck on the courage. So 25, 3. Yeah, I don't really need range. Spirit's fine. I mean, I could probably put a little bit more on. Mostly for the second ability. On the Call of Ancients. This one doesn't really matter. That's an instantaneous cast. And Fellis, that just lasts by itself, so. But working on your packs, there's one last thing I'll say before I go. If you with say like any pact at all, make sure that you come down to this one. So add a point there, add a point there, come here. Once you've got a maxed ranked pact, make sure that you fully max out your akin and your sympathy as well, and that one there. These are really integral with the healing mechanic with smiting and stealing a soul from enemies. And then you can build it however you want. Each pact, though, has its own passives that trigger. So I've maxed out these just to make sure that I get a good amount. Otherwise, this is like the tree of like I don't know, it's like the life branch or whatever you want to call it. It's basically a stat tree. So you can build grace, you can build extra points into spirit, or you can choose courage. Everbound is for more of, say, like your increased life. So I would work on the top tree first, just to be able to get more max life. And then once you've gotten a little bit stronger, then you can start building back into your like passives, but especially Akin, Voided, and Sympathy for every single patch that you get. Rooted is good. Can gives you a lot more stagger. Wingspan, this is just the route that you have to take to be able to get to these two. And the only reason why I don't have this one maxed is because I don't have enough points. I think I need about 2 more, yeah, to be able to push that into that. So I could take one, say, from, I don't know, one of these and max that out. But dealing damage on Smite is just an extra, excuse me, damage mechanic in the game. So you've given me more info in your last 2 streams than I could find on the whole internet. Dude, tell everyone. I do have SmoothOpurrator, the YouTube channel. So they can come and watch these lives if they want. I mean, I could probably just put like tags and stuff on them. But yeah, it is it's definitely something I really enjoy. So I really hope that like second time round, you know, the information has been viable and it's helped. But yeah, I really enjoy Soulframe. Honestly, it's a phenomenal game. So I'm really looking forward to its future. And also Warframe as well. So yeah. And you're right. The more you know, the more you do find out. So yeah, there's plenty more pack stuff I can be putting out together as well. So, but yeah, I really enjoy doing, say, like more of like the live kind of stuff. In all honesty, I know that people can find, you know, all the other bits and pieces online and whatever, but I really enjoy sharing the information live with people. It just makes me feel like I'm actually, you know, doing something on stream apart from just playing a game. So yeah, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I really enjoy the mechanics of Soulframe. There's lots of information that I've heard or seen, but putting it together and just keeping it in like a simplified, I guess, succinct way without ruining the storyline. I'm really big on not ruining a storyline for people, especially like the special parts of the game. That's just, yeah. I went into this update completely blind. I don't read patch notes. I don't check anything beforehand unless they're like, hey, we've got an update coming out here. And then I will stop looking at the content. I'm not going to lie. I went in blind and I really enjoyed it. Your LR5 in Warframe? Wow. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think in Warframe you do get to a point where there's still lots of content to do, but it's just doing stuff, you know? You don't get much to expand on unless it's, I guess, like a build tutorial or fashion, dojo creation. I mean, there's lots of extra utility areas of Warframe that you can step into. But as far as, say, like collecting or working towards something after being LR5, essentially, yeah, you are kind of waiting a little bit more for content. Which is not a bad thing, but I mean, I'm almost at the point in Soulframe where I've essentially garnered pretty much everything that I can that the content does have to offer for now. But to me, there's still so many elements that you can still work with, you know, and same with Warframe. I could be creating, you know, instead of an attack build, I could be looking at how does the damage work on nearby enemies, or heavy cast slow for 10 seconds. Like, that's insane, you know, especially for a melee, a magic weapon. If I heavy cast that orb and it like pushes through all these enemies, it slows them down. So that's not a bad build that I could probably potentially do on the Odiak as an example, which is still viable. It can definitely work because I've still got 20 courage and that. So even though this is an attuned spirit weapon, I've got 15 spirit. I could probably still drop my courage down again and still maximize my spirit, so I can still use a courage based pact with an attuned weapon to spirit. No problem. The only difference is like if I switch that and I used a shelter, let's have a look quick. There we go. And also reset the UI. You know, that pushes my spirit all the way up, and that pushes my Odiak weapon to 78. So there's lots of different things that we can do in Soulframe. So it is really nice to see more people being more interested within the game. I wonder why that has absorbed all of my grace though, which I'm okay with that, to be honest. So I could go 30 spirit, 10 courage. Not that I would necessarily need to. Only because it's Odiak though. But you're a courage-based weapon, aren't you? You are. So instead of using full spirit, I can use like 20 if I really want. But courage is where it's at. You know, you can do 20, 22. I don't think that's correct though. That doesn't seem right to me. I've got courage base there. +9, +5. I've got... Oh, that's why. I've still got a shoulder on. I hate the fact that... I don't hate. That's such a strong word. I dislike the fact that when we select a pact, it doesn't actually auto-select the pact that we wanted. We have to actually confirm it. Anyway, small complaints. But anyway. Alright. I think that is going to be end of stream for now. I am getting pretty hungry. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Honestly, I really enjoy the sharing of knowledge and information. I'm making the Nettle and the Royal Tines. Oi, you will like the Royal Tines. They are amazing. Even just as like a base shortblade kit, I think they're a spirit achievement because I've gotten the Guildhall Blessed by Mora. I don't really know if the lifesteal section of the joineries really make a huge difference. The damage definitely does. The smite chance on these is pretty good, but the Riv 2 as the short blades definitely have a higher smite chance than the Royal Tines. And these also used to be a 3-star, by the way, so I don't understand why they've been changed to a 2-star. Gathanan is still a 3-star spirit, so that's its original form or achievement. I have switched out the Rook to a achievement of spirit, and then I put the Verite Polished on top of it. I could change that to a courage based, but I don't mind having that as a spirit. Wait, I lie. That used to be a grace based achievement, but now it's tuned to spirit. Anyway. And this one's still a 2-star courage. Okay. Bog and Myrtle, that is a grace based. Stelton, that one is also a grace based weapon. Let's have a look. Duelian, I believe, is also grace based. So that's why I was really keen to get a Blessed by Mora, so I could shift that away from grace. I don't know what is going to happen with grace as a virtue down the line, but we'll see. But for now, it's predominantly range based. So maybe if I switch this to a grace based, or I get like a second pair of Odiak, which is more than likely I can do that. I can rebuild the Odiak and switch them to a grace based and see if the range on those actually excels over the spirit based achievement. I can certainly do that. Which actually, you know what? I'm going to do that now. I'm really glad that I snuck around with this. So let's have a look. Odiak. I can reforge. So let's do a forge on that. So I'm going to build these, and I'm going to turn those into a grace-based weapon and see how they operate with the with like a range-based setup with grace as being the predominant virtue use. I could probably even do that with Siren, to be honest, because that gives you a base foundation increase of spirit. Grace, my pardon. Yeah. See, I can only go down to a base of 13 because I've got plus 11 points that are given to me by the Siren Pact being applied. That is maxed Siren as well, so let's see if we can do that. I'll keep that at 10 though. 20. 10. I could probably drop duration completely. I can. And then I'll just boost courage. I'll keep 15 for grace, and then courage can stay at 21. The reason why I'm doing the spirit reduction is because, and putting it all into courage, is because once I drop the Trick of the Light, it doesn't last for that long, and it explodes and does a huge amount of damage. I can put something else in here. So that's grace again, but I can also put the courage based necklace on, and that will give me an extra, 6 points. Sweet. So I'll do 11 grace, 25 courage, 5 on that. Okay, so I'll play with that. Should I build into spirit, grace, or courage? I'm making the nettle and the royal tines. What pact are you using? Spirit will give you duration of the ability. Grace is your range of abilities, essentially, or like how far away you can cast something. Courage will increase its damage output. Siren, okay. What I've just done is boosted the courage out. I've reduced the duration, and the grace I've kept at like 10. The reason why I go for like a base of 10 in anything predominantly, but specifically for this pact and for this reason alone, is because once you've got a high enough setup or like max bond with Siren, you use the Trick of the Light, you use pixie tricks to blind them, drop your decoy in the middle, and then it will explode and basically kill most enemies very quickly. If you want to screenshot this, you're more than welcome to. This is what I built into. Predominantly the pickpocket. So anytime that you sneak up to enemies, you get enemy steals and loot from them, which is good. I built into the 3 different stats for courage, Iridis' Favor, and the Safine's Gift for grace. But I also ensure that I've got sympathy is completely maxed and voided, and akin, because I like being able to smite enemies, steal their soul, and you also regain life when you steal their soul. Pickpocket is just really good for pinching and pilfering stuff. Shrouded really isn't that useful, to be honest. It's redundant, if you ask me. It really doesn't do anything. I did put a little bit more defense against stagger for the envoy. You can build it differently if you want with the Everbound with max life increase, but once you've got a relatively good armor rating, you'll be able to survive a lot more. So the 310 life that I've got at the moment is roughly, pretty good. But every point that you put into your virtue stats, it will increase your life. But that's how I would play Siren. Once I've got it maxed out, I would focus on like rooted, maybe perhaps, or even start with the top part of the tree and get to Everbound and push your health right up until you've got a few more points to spend within the actual pact itself. But that's how I would build Siren to start. And because you're grace based, you'd be using either Thistle or Blitzel. Blitzel is probably the second easiest bow to get. Juniper is very specific. I do actually have a walkthrough on how to get the Juniper bow. But if you've already got Juniper, it is a grace-based bow. So I would be using that. Otherwise, if you can afford to just add a little bit more points, if you've got Blitzel built, because I think Juniper is behind rank 3 bond with Tubalcane. I'm not sure about Blitzel, but I know that you can use Thistle. I need to get a new bow. Yeah. Blitzel will drop its fragments. Juniper is very specific on how to get it. It's a specialty weapon. I've only got the original bow. Okay. Yeah. Blitzel, you will get fragments of that. Just out of chests, running your bounties, your tier 1, 2, and 3. Keep on running those, and you'll start building up fragments of all of the different weapons. But I would probably keep an eye on a little bit of range for Grace. And then once you get a bit more health, you can start dropping points in Grace to a minimum of 10. But then put more into Courage. And then you can be dropping your decoy in groups of enemies, no problem. Blind them, drop that in the middle, and then you'll watch the magic just completely bust them apart. It's pretty great. I think I do want to quickly just change up my outfit, though. Of course, it's all about fashion. My god, it is ugly. Let's go. I don't mind this outfit, but I kind of want to go, like, archery. Yeah, that'll do. I've got to change the pants, though. Don't worry, I am going to change the coloration in a second. I think I might put the cap on. That'll do. Alright, not the best armor rating, but anything over like 60 is pretty good.
Envoy, your
Alright, let's reset.
drab today. N'est-ce pas, puppets?
Isn't she lovely?
Drab. Everything drab.
I like the evergreen look. But I don't mind, like, pure, like, light color as well. That one. Alright, so there's that. Maybe I could do that? Yeah. Alright. There we go. There's that. So that's the armor color. Righto.
Bye bye.
I know it's the most basic bee stuff, but actually, green does look really nice. Hello. Actually, I will go with green. I'll keep that light. No, that can stay that way. That one can stay, and then that one can go green.
Bring us back a morsel next time,
Alright, I think I might just change the hood.
Very dry.
There we go.
Envoy, it brings us a nibble?
Sure.
Then tell it we are busy.
I like the evergreen better. I'm really loving the evergreen. We'll do that. Actually, that looks better. So that's the actual armor itself. So that's a bit lighter. Looks more woody that way.
Something I said.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's better. I like this Siren setup a lot better. But yeah, I hope the explanation of how Siren can be used more effectively is workable. I did actually, funny enough, just put like a whole bunch of shorts up explaining like how Siren can be built, basically. Alright, so that coloration works. Ugh, don't know about that. I mean, that could work. Nah. I like this. Alright, there's Siren. Alright. Yeah, I like this Spazion. It's good. Alright, fam. Well, I'm gonna head off. I hope you guys have enjoyed your time here as well. I don't know what time zone it is for you guys there, though. But if you want, I can actually look at the directory and see if... I'm sure that there's other people playing Soulframe. So if you want me to transfer you guys over with a raid, I don't have any raid redeems or anything like that. I'm not really sure how to set them up. I'm going to be very honest. Generally, I just do it like a cut and run. Not to say I don't want to keep the ball rolling. Also, I do have a Flappy Bird cup. So this is what I have with my little coffee every time I play Soulframe. So yeah, looks like a fat chocobo. But yeah. Yeah, thank you, Diddley, as well. And Wolf, yeah, I hope everything helped you guys as well. So I really appreciate you guys chilling out and hanging around. So I probably may be on a little bit later. I'm just going to take a couple of hours to refresh. So I'd probably say about like 3 hours from now, it's going to be like my 5 o'clock. So I probably may jump on AEST time around 6 p.m. and maybe just do another 2-hour stream just before bedtime, which is probably not ideal because I probably should not be using blue light on my eyeballs, but I'm thoroughly enjoying the Soulframe streams. So thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed. I certainly have. And, oh, nice. Almost for bedtime as well. Wolf, you're very welcome. Anytime. All right. Final self kind of like shameless plug. There's the link tree if you guys are keen. But, yeah, I'll probably see you guys in the next one. And I hope you guys take care of yourselves, get some rest, rehydrate, eat good foods, and share magical things in the world because magic is real. I'll see you guys soon. Ciao for now.